Okay, I feel like I'm always talking to y'all when I'm doing laundry. So, should we call this something? I got nothing. Hey y'all, welcome back. Thank you for being here, teaching and learning with me. Okay, y'all know I got myself together with the Homeschool Association. And so part of what that Homeschool Association is responsible for is making sure that I'm doing my part on keeping up with like documentation and everything of the actual school year, lesson plans, attendance, and work samples. This is a place where I think I may shine. Administratively, I guess, because it's all the paperwork that I've had to do for teaching. I am a certified teacher, but I am certified in upper elementary. And so the actual teaching of number sense, teaching of reading, isn't necessarily in my program description. I got my master's in language and literacy, but because it was a master's program, it was kind of like, y'all already know how to teach people how to read, right? Great. This is how you teach a teacher how to teach a child how to read. So it was kind of piecing things together. I had to do that on my own. I am worried about those primary years, K through 2, with my kiddos, but I am not worried about lesson plans, attendance, or work samples. I have seen a lot of teacher moms that are homeschooling that really are adamant about getting away from the way things are in public school and trying to bring it home. And I get it. Homeschooling is not public school. Public school is not homeschool. However, if I just do away with what I've done for the last 10 years, I'm at ground zero. And I don't want to be at ground zero. So I'm going to take bits and pieces of the things that I really enjoyed about teaching in public school and put it into what I'm doing with homeschooling. For attendance, right now, since my kids are young, I think I'm just going to have them do a coloring sheet daily. As they get older, it'll turn into like morning work. Read this, answer these questions, do these 4 math problems, whatever. Put the date on it, put their name on it, attendance. Right now, since they're little, it's just going to be coloring something. Date, that's your attendance. Work samples will be mostly pictures. Put it in a binder, page protector, work samples. Pictures because we're going to be learning through play, not worksheets. So as we play, and what I'll do is put the picture on a document and put standards on the top of the document so that, yes, this is just a picture of my kid doing whatever they're doing, but these are the standards that we covered. And that may also help me if I get questioned about the pictures. I don't know how auditing works with homeschooling, but gotta be prepared. If I'm questioned about the pictures, then the standards will remind me of what I did and how I taught during this day, during this activity. So that's what I plan on doing for work samples, attendance, lesson plans. In any school that I've worked in, lesson plans were always some kind of column or row for standards, and then a section for objectives, maybe another section for like extra things, materials, vocabulary, how you are differentiating this. And then you just go into what are you doing. Not too detailed, but not too vague either. So I don't know if I'm going to lesson plan weekly or daily. Probably weekly, just to make it easier on myself. But I wouldn't be surprised if I decided to plan daily either. Other things that I want to bring into my homeschool that I did in public school is a pacing guide and small groups, rotations, stations, whatever you want to call it. I got 3 kids. And while only one is registered as a kindergartner, the other 2 are going to be learning too. Like, what are they going to do while I'm teaching my baby all day? They got to do something too. So I think that I am going to try to set up my day life where I can focus on each child one-on-one at some point of the day, whether it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever I can get. I want to have some one-on-one time with every child every day for teaching purposes. We have one-on-one time already throughout the day, usually bath time, and then sometimes my husband will take the kids one-on-one with him, or I'll take the kids one-on-one with me to run an errand or whatever. But for teaching purposes, I want to make sure I see every child one-on-one at some point of the day to go over skills that are specific to them. My youngest daughter is 1. So she will be learning body parts, colors, numbers, alphabet, and first words this school year. My son is 3. He knows a lot, but he doesn't have the maturity and attention span for me to really build on what he knows. He's reading, but he has a hard time focusing long enough for me to teach him how to read. So we're moving a little slower than I would like in progressing with reading. And then he loves, I think I'm out of time. Let's see. Okay, no baby yet, so I'm gonna keep talking. He loves counting. Counts to 100 easily, can recognize numbers and all of that. But if I were to put counters in front of him and say, what's this plus this? Show me that minus that, whatever. He gonna be like, Mommy, I don't want to do that. I want to count to 100. That's what I'm gonna do. So, not quite in a space where I can say, hey, this is what we're doing. And he'll, do it. He kind of wants to beat his own drum. What is it? What's the saying? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. He walks to the beat, to his own beat. Drum beat. I'm sleepy. And then my kindergartner, she is the creative. She'll do what I'm asking her to do, but then she's gonna say, okay, now can I take this sentence that I wrote and produce a play? And my brother can be this, and my sister can be this, and I'm gonna be, and Mommy, you're gonna be. Girl, I just asked you to write a sentence. Now we're not making no play. And then we can perform it for it. That ain't what I asked for. But if I don't let her have those creative moments, then it makes learning a chore and something that's not enjoyable, and I don't want to do that. So yes, I give in to the extraness of my daughter, but I have to think about that extra that she likes to do when I lesson plan for her. Do we have time for this? Do we have the means for this? Do I have the capacity for this today? But yeah, pacing guide. That's what I'm supposed to be talking about. I'm going to create a pacing guide, as well as the stations. That's how I got there. I got to figure out where the rabbit hole went so I can go back to the point and get where I'm trying to go. Pacing guide. Teachers, let me not say teachers. Every year that I have taught, I begin the year with a pacing guide. What that does is it takes the pacing that the district wants us to teach, how fast, how slow, how much time we spend on certain standards, the school calendar, and my personal calendar, and I figure out how I can get everything done in the school year. So for homeschooling, I'm taking our family calendar, the things that we want to do as a family, the 180 days I'm required to teach, and the standards that need to be taught, and figuring out how I can get it all done. Once we start our official school year, we will be doing year-round schooling. My plan is 4 weeks on, 1 week off, or 3 weeks on, 1 week off, depends on how everything works out. But when I'm doing that, I can look at, oh, this week we have 3 birthdays, so this will probably be our week off. So now I need to see where I can find this time, that week of time, somewhere else. Christmas is really busy for us, so we need to take a whole week off. Thanksgiving isn't that busy. We can just take that day off. So that means next break, we're gonna have an extra day and not a full week off. But figuring out like my own school year calendar, standards that need to be taught, what standards are going to be taught in this 4-week run versus this 2-week run, because something's coming up. And does this all equal 180 days? So I'm going to make myself a pacing guide. Yeah. At the end of the day, I have to remember that I am a teacher. Like, that's who I am. And so the pressure of like not making my home feel like a public school can paralyze me almost. And I don't want that to happen, because if I'm paralyzed and I can't keep moving forward because I'm worried about if I'm doing this right, if this is benefiting my kids, if this was the right choice, then my kids aren't learning. So I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it, and I'll let y'all know how that goes. Thank you for being here. Peace.